Welcome students, we will continue the coastal regions. Yes, the physiographic regions, and in these physiographic regions, the coastal regions are very important. From the time of Harappan civilization, ancient India had trade relations with the western countries. This trade was carried out by sea. Therefore, India had developed contact and interacted with the foreign cultures and the people at seaports. Seaports are there. Kutch is very important. Gulf of Kutch. This is one seaport. Again, there are some coast like Utkal coast, Andhra coast, Malabar coast, Konkan coast. So, our trade was carried out by this sea, and we met people and foreign people and the culture at these seaports. Later on, land routes came to be used for the trade and transport, but at the ancient time and from the ancient times, our trade was carried out by sea only. But the importance of sea routes did not diminished. Yes, did not diminished. Although the land routes came to be used, but the importance of sea routes did not diminish. Next, the islands in the sea. Important one, the islands in sea. Andaman and Nicobar are the islands in the Bay of Bengal. Here we can see Bay of Bengal right side, east side of India. Andaman and Nicobar. Yes, Andaman and Nicobar here. Andaman and Nicobar. So, these islands are located in the Bay of Bengal, eastern side of India. And next, Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep is a group of islands, Indian islands in the Arabian Sea. Left side of this map, we can see Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea. So, the location of these islands may have been important in ancient sea trade. The manuscripts Periplus of the Erythraean Sea or the Handbook of the Red Sea makes mention of Indian islands. Yes, in ancient literature, the importance of this Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar islands was written. So it has been written by unknown Greek seller. Yes, that unknown Greek seller, anonymous Greek seller, had wrote the book Handbook of the Red Sea or the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. So next, very important, the neighboring countries of India. Neighboring countries of India. See, the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are in today's Pakistan. Yes, the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are the cities of Pakistan in today's Pakistan. Here, that side. Afghanistan, we can see Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan here, green in color, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka here downside, south, and Sri Lanka form the region known as South Asia. Yes, our country lies in South Asia. Understood? And this region formed South Asian region. Understood? Which countries? I will explain again. Afghanistan, the west side, northwest side of India, Afghanistan. And next, Pakistan, Nepal, here Bhutan, and Bangladesh. Again, and Sri Lanka. These all countries togetherly form the region named as South Asia. Considering the expanse and significance of India in this region, it is also known as Indian subcontinent. So, by considering this area of India, means India is very big in size. No, means in area wise, India is very wide as compared to Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. In all these countries, area wise, India is wide, or India comes first in area. Understood? So, This the expanse means India expanded, and the significance of India in this region. Importance of India is very important in this region. That's why this region is called as Indian subcontinent. Asia is big continent, and India lies in Asia. But here Indian subcontinent means this country is togetherly called as Indian subcontinent. Subcontinent means smaller than continent, one part of the continent, so it is called as subcontinent. The Harappan civilization had spread mainly in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. Yes, the Harappan civilization, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, I explained. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these two sites are located in Pakistan, means now it is in today's Pakistan. So the Harappan civilization spread mainly in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. Here, northwestern part, here in Rajasthan, some part of Gujarat, Pakistan, mainly Pakistan, because the Sindh river flows through this region. So the Harappan civilization spread in this region. China and Myanmar are the neighboring countries, and they are not part of South Asia or the Indian subcontinent. See, here we can see the China and Myanmar, very east side, purple in color, Myanmar. So China and Myanmar, these two neighboring countries of India, are not a part of South Asia, because China lies to the north side of India, means in northern Asia or in Asia, and the Myanmar is in east side of India. So it is, we considered Myanmar is in East Asia. Understood? So, however, they had cultural and trade relation with ancient India. They have an important place in the study of ancient history. So, we had relations with the China, Myanmar, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. But from ancient times, we had relations with China and Myanmar, but they are not the part of Indian subcontinent or the South Asia. So we'll stop here. Thank you.